for today's cup of coffee with Scream.
Cup of coffee.
Yeah, it's been another one of those days.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the perpetual twilight appearance of our area. It's either dark or twilight.
Yeah.
And the rain.
It's wearing on us.
And the cold. And it feels horribly abnormal.
It's wearing on us.
It is wearing on us. Very much so.
I want sunny weather.
Everybody needs some sunshine. It has to do with the circadian rhythm.
Cover me in sunshine.
Because one of the things that I have is seasonal affective disorder, and it's from low light level. And that's the reason I look forward to spring and stuff like that, because I don't have to deal with some of the things I have to deal with during winter. Not this year. It's like, oh, hell no. You thought you were getting out. No. But
you thought.
Yeah, it's my problem, I thought. But Kid had an epiphany today.
I can't shut the fuck up. It's like just trying to be in silence for an hour car ride, basically, in total. I can't do it. I maybe can go 2 minutes at max. And that's it. I can't shut the fuck up.
Yeah. We had listened to Eye of Wisdom. Was it this morning or was it yesterday that they were talking about as far as
today
to spend time in
yesterday.
silence and about all the distractions, and people do have that these days more so than others.
Yes.
And so I decided, he's like, do you want to ride with me to Taco Bell? And I'm like, no, I've got I made curry the other day. I'm going to finish that up, and just wasn't feeling like going out. So that was when he had his epiphany.
Yeah, I just wanted to actually ride out there. No music, just sitting, quietly, just taking it all in. I can't shut the fuck up. I can't shut up. It's like either I am doing some sort of vocal stem bullshit, or I am singing, humming, and I'm like, shut up, Clay, shut the fuck up, just once, just shut up.
And
Shut up!
I said, that is
that's not possible.
Recognize and admit that there's a problem.
There's a problem.
Is the first
shut
step.
The fuck up.
And we were wondering, it's like, is there some kind of meetings for ADHD people? It can't be anonymous.
ADHD anonymous.
Because everybody knows when you're neurospicy.
Yes.
Everybody.
Yes. There is no hiding it.
No. There's people that's like, what the hell is wrong with you? And it's like, neurospicy. Yeah. And it is really hard to explain to non-neurospicy people. And they we've heard all the theories. Well, it's lack of self-control. You can do it if you try. If you do this and this and this. That's not how it works.
I tried. I
And
can't shut the fuck up.
And so I told him, I said, well, you were prescribed medication at one point.
At one point.
And so
I stopped taking it.
But you can start taking it again. So that is something that is.
I think it's the Aries. I think it's Aries.
Yeah, it makes for a bad combination.
Oppositional defiant disorder built in. That's Aries.
No, it's genetics.
It's you and Dad. Both of y'all are to blame.
His father is a Gemini. Yeah.
I can't shut the fuck up. If I am pissing myself off in a 30-minute car ride.
And it is a really challenging thing when you are neurospicy and you are trying to calm down. The brain chatter, it's always there. It's just ever present.
Yes.
And I think that they had, it might have been when they had put me on Lamictal that one time. I had one day that there was silence. And I'm like, oh my God, this is how other people live. And then it went away. I had that one day. And then it took me about a year to get off the Lamictal after being on it for 10 years because it was doing some really, really bad things to me.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't think of words.
Yeah.
I was falling over my balance, everything. It was just
It was doing bad stuff to you.
Great harm.
And you know, I've heard other people that, like, there's this animated YouTuber, whatever her name is. I can't think of it at the moment. And she recently got, words. Fucking.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those days.
She got diagnosed with ADHD. And then she got, either Adderall or Ritalin or some other. And she's like, oh, I just take one of these whenever I need it. And it's like, oh, silence.
Really?
Silence. Like, she can actually focus on whatever task and get it done smoothly.
Wow.
I'm like, what is that like?
Yeah, I don't know. And see, that's with the Strattera, it calms it down, but it does not.
It does not completely get rid of it.
Nope. It certainly doesn't. But it's a hell of a lot easier when I do take it than when I don't. I definitely notice, and I get the brain zaps when I don't, and I'm just on 60 milligrams.
I ain't on nothing.
Well, you've got
nothing.
But that epiphany and that self-awareness, and I think everybody needs to have self-awareness. It's like, other people don't act like this.
No.
Why do I act like this? And especially if it's something...
just shut the fuck up?
It's beyond your control.
Literally, it is. Because it's like, it literally strains me. And then when I'm like, okay, I got this. I'm good. I can do this. 30 seconds later, stop it. Stop it.
I don't mind. You don't have as much of the H of the hyperactivity as much as I do. I have more hyperactivity.
It depends on the day and who I'm around.
Yeah. Because as far as to truly sit and focus on something, it's like, yeah, no, it's like I'm up, I'm down, and it's like I'm pausing it. That's the reason, if it's a 2 or 3 hour podcast or whatever, it will take me all day to watch it because I can't. I usually do pretty good for about 15 minutes, and then I have to get up and go do something. I go outside and smoke, or I go get another cup of coffee or something.
See, if I'm listening to something that's a couple of hours long, like an hour or two long, I have to be doing something actively while listening to it. That's what sewing, sculpting, drawing, whatever. But even then, it's like, okay, I need to pause this. It doesn't bother me, to get up and do that. But yeah, doing something in the midst of listening to that, yeah, it definitely does help.
The little match 3 games help me focus. I mean, on something like that. But as far, and it's like, and kids like, why are we? He would constantly checking on me. I said, you are a helicopter kid.
Listen,
are you okay? Are you okay? I'm fine. If I'm not, I will tell you.
Trauma.
Why? Fell out on you yet?
Yet.
I mean, I could understand. It's like, yes, I have health problems, but not severely to the point that I am falling out or something.
Mainly, I don't like making sure you're not upset or something like that. If
I am, that's my business. It's my business. And I think that was where we were talking about the other day, Gen Z. Instead of them being, they are self-absorbed in some ways. But it's also one of those that they need that constant reinforcement that they're okay.
Because we have not felt okay from the get-go.
Guess what? Most other people have not either. They just have different coping mechanisms. As an only child, it was one of those that, yeah, I've occupied my own time. You learn to do things. You do. And it was also one of those, I am pretty much a quiet person. I mean, I have moments when I'm loud and stuff. I'm not perpetually making noise. I can sit and be quiet, be listening to something.
That's me. I can't shut the fuck up.
Which it can cause a little friction between us from time to time.
A little?
I'm sitting here listening to something or typing something, And kids like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? And I'm like, what does it look like I'm doing?
Then I have stuff I want to
I'm
show
minding
you.
my own business.
And then if I got something to show you, I'm like, Mama!
Yes.
Mama!
Yes.
You
He's
show you
26.
it right then and there.
He's 26.
Yes.
Uh-huh. But he is a helicopter kid. Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure everything's all good.
And if it ain't, what you gonna do about it? That's my responsibility. My emotions.
Try to help in some way.
To regulate my emotions. That's my job. Personal accountability, responsibility. Yes, you can have assistance every now and then. But again, with the communication styles differences between males and females. We are different species. We are just complementary species.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We don't do things the way that you all do. And a lot of times, we need to keep out of y'all's business. For real. I was talking to the oldest kid about that.
And vice versa?
Mm-hmm. Most females, it's a matter that we will talk with other females that are sensible. We're not talking about some of these that's out there today. I don't know what the hell's wrong with some of those people.
The dits?
Yeah. I mean, that is the dark feminine energy, and it's just toxic as hell. I mean, that level has always been there, those catty, bitchy females. But it seems like those are the ones, but like you said, it's the stupid people that have the loudest voices.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
But we can talk to another female, and through the process of conversation, we will figure out a solution for ourselves.
Yeah.
As opposed to men, where it's like problem, solution. That's how most men think. It's very linear.
Mm-hmm.
And that's fine.
Yeah,
so,
it was just that we're wired different, that's all.
Yes. And so those communication styles and the differences, and men need to understand that when a woman is telling them something, that doesn't mean that she necessarily needs them to do anything other than listen.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true.
Yeah. That little book, Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, had some really good, tips in there for communicating.
I'll have to read that.
It's an older book, but it actually, some of the pop psychology books over the years, you had bullshit. Let's face it, there's a large element of bullshit in psychology altogether.
Yeah.
And then you've got all these other things that are in the same self-help, whether it's diet or whether it's this, you've got to do this, you've got to do that, you've got to do that. And if you ain't doing it this way, then you're doing it wrong. So buy my book. And it's like, no, man, it's just a grift. Sit down, learn to be comfortable with yourself. And it's what you were trying to do today. And you found out that you weren't comfortable with self.
Oh, no, it's not that I'm not comfortable with myself. It's the fact that I can't shut the fuck up.
But with that, it's like, okay, do you want to do something about it, or are you happy being that way?
Yes, very much. When my doctor comes back from vacation, I am making an appointment as soon as possible to get more medication. Better medication.
A different type of medication.
Yes. The only time I am not that talkative, it depends. I am not that talkative is when I'm stoned. Is when I'm smoked up.
I think that does as far as calming down an overactive, but it can cause other problems too.
Yeah. Well, that comes from overusage. That's what it is.
Right.
That's what really causes issues is overusage.
I don't have a problem with anybody who can benefit from the plant. There are those of us that are allergic to it for whatever reason. It just does not. Nope. And I love plants. I love herbalism. I've been doing things like that for years.
Plants.
Why in the hell would that be the one plant that I would have an adverse reaction to?
That's a good question. of course, then again, there's a lot of things that just, you know, they help other people, but for some people, it just does
Right.
not.
Right. It just, yeah.
It's like tea.
Mm-hmm.
Tea doesn't necessarily help me calm down as much as I try. You know?
Well, it depends
doesn't
on,
help.
are you talking about the herbal teas?
Yeah. Like,
Well,
they don't really do much for me.
and
I
it-
do like drinking them, but it's just like,
And it depends on what, you know, again, what helps some does not help everybody. And the whole science of herbalism, which is thousands of years old, is amazing. And if one thing doesn't work, then you've got other things that can possibly work. There's teas, there's tinctures, there's all these different, you know, capsules work for some people.
mm-hmm.
You know, if it's the aromatherapy. So I am a huge fan of the Bach flower remedies. Have used those for many years, and they're very effective.
Yeah, they good.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I will say, what is that? Ashwagandha?
I love ashwagandha.
Is that the thing that calms down?
It's an adaptogen. And an adaptogen is whatever your body is needing, it becomes that.
Mm.
Slippery elm is like that too. There's several
helps.
adaptogens.
Slippery elm helps. A
Slippery
lot.
elm is wonderful.
Valerian, that's what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Valerian helps calm down.
Well,
lot. Sometimes.
I have odd reactions to valerian also. If I'm really, really needing to calm down, it does nothing in the moment, but the next day I'm just wiped out.
It's like taking Benadryl in a way.
Sort of.
Like a mega dose of Benadryl.
Sort of. Only the next day it's just like I'm just overly sedated.
Well, that's what Benadryl does. Is that
Yeah,
not normal
it can.
for Benadryl?
Well, it can. Not everybody. Like
It's
I said,
always
it's...
done that for me.
Well,
It's made me groggy the whole next day or
Mm-hmm.
something like that.
that's as far as... There's a lot of antihistamines that make people drowsy, which is when during allergy season, you don't want a bunch of groggy people driving.
No.
So that's why it's wonderful that they have all the antihistamines that they do now. And you have to switch it up because your body can become immune to whatever. But that they don't cause drowsiness.
Right.
And they're very beneficial. I am a huge fan of Flonase.
Flonase helps
Mm-hmm.
a lot.
And they even have some now that's, you know, because Flonase has been out for a while. I have to be careful whatever I try because I never know if I'm going to have a severe allergic reaction. But it is so
horrible.
weird about the marijuana and all this stupid controversy that has been going on for years, which was all politics.
Yeah, but I do... It was all politics, and it was over control, and still is, you know?
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
It's a plant.
They don't want people growing their own medicines and stuff like that. They don't want them growing their own food.
You're absolutely right. And that nanny state, it's like I control you, and it's like it's not even a nanny state, it's a God complex that these people feel that they have the right to do with their whims whatever they want with other people's lives. That's evil.
Yes.
When you take away the free will of another, you're doing evil.
Yes. Yes.
So, weird stuff. Something else that was weird.
That I made two legs?
Huh?
That I made two
He's
different
over there
sized
sculpting.
legs?
He's found the Harlequin dolls, and that he can sculpt. He's learning to sculpt his own and make his own Harlequin
They
dolls.
make me happy.
They're beautiful. I love them. Many people have loved them.
It's like that music box one.
Mm-hmm.
Not the music box one. It's like it's on a giant cushion.
Mm-hmm.
And so
It's
you
a music box.
wind the bottom of it. Yeah, and I love that.
Yeah. I had a collection of them. Mom used to buy them for me quite frequently.
They make me happy.
Well,
They're very beautiful, and
they
they definitely
are.
they go into the whimsy craft aesthetic
they do.
and whimsy goth.
They do. Something else, and you understand now why I will start to say something, and then it's like, oh God, she didn't finish that sentence. That's why, and it's okay. And I have to deal with my own brain to try to stay, on track.
Leg.
What we're talking about. Something I enjoy quite frequently because of the ADHD and different circumstances can make it worse. Stress makes it worse.
Yeah.
And so it's hard for me. I love books. I love reading. And it's hard for me to find the headspace and the time. I live in chaos. I mean, internal, external, every which way you can. And so audiobooks, something very dear to me over the past several years.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to subscribe to Audible, and you would buy the books, but then if you no longer wanted to pay the subscription fee to Audible, you lose the books that you bought.
See, that's
which
just
sucks.
not right. That's just not right.
This is why I like hard copies of whatever.
Yes.
And
or you have the actual like CD or tape of the audiobook.
Yeah. And there are quite a few of the audiobooks on Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't mind paying for Spotify because I use Spotify lots. I was not using Audible as much at a certain point, which is why I dropped the subscription. You can find some of the audiobooks on YouTube, but then you have to deal with the ads.
Unless you
subscribe to them.
Yeah. But honestly, it's expensive, but it's not that bad because you also get YouTube music bundled in with that, and that's really good too because there's a lot of stuff on YouTube that you can't find on Spotify.
Well, and that is something that I will ponder because, like when we used to line up the music videos on the premium service, can you do that again?
Yeah, you can do that. You don't got any ads.
Okay,
you can do that, no problem.
It's like you've got to pay to be able to do what you used to could do for free. That seems to be the way of the world.
Well, they basically made it into TV 2.0 where it's just...
Yeah. It's cable TV.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah. But anyhow, one of the things, and you have heard me talk about Dr. Heiser, and he wrote a couple of books. One of them was The Facade, and the other one was The Portent. And they did do an audio version of it, and whoever the narrator was terrible. Just absolutely terrible. I mean, he had a good voice, but as far as doing the voice acting, he was terrible. There's no need in mincing words.
Some people are cut out for it, and some people are not.
Right. And, yeah. And I was pondering with Kid over there last night, and it's like, if you all ever listen to Mr. Creepypasta,
Yep.
He is a brilliant voice actor. I mean, he is just awesome.
Proudly listening to him since 2012, 13, one of those two.
But he
was when the big boom of the Creepypasta fandom came out.
His talent is just enormous, and I thought, how awesome would it be if they got him to re-record Heiser's books. Mm-hmm. So I actually did send an email to the gentleman that was the producer of the Naked Bible podcast. If the email address was the same as it used to be,
yeah,
to ask him that, because it did a disservice to the book to have crummy narration.
Yes. That's the thing. You have to have a good voice actor for that stuff.
And I had even asked oldest kid, I said, if somebody reads a book and makes a video of it, is that a copyright infringement if you do not have permission of the author? And he thinks that it is. Which is, yeah, everything's illegal. These damn lawyers, they've got to have their pound of flesh coming and going.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a fan of, well, there's a reason it says woe unto the doctors and lawyers. That's had a dual meaning. We didn't know it. Yeah. But
it's crazy.
Yeah. But let us know in the comments if you all if you are a voice actor. Let us know that. Because I understand there's a lot of people out there. There's a lot of people that think they can do certain things. Not everybody is cut out to do some of the things they think they can do. Because voice acting, especially with the dialogue, and when you're trying to do the opposite gender, voices, and some people can do that really well, and some people the guy that had narrated the Heiser book, God,
You know,
it was bad. It's bad.
Yeah. I've heard many bad narrations, and I have also heard people be like, oh yeah, I love to sing, and I do like to sing, and I think that I'm pretty good at singing, and then they sing for you, and then it's like...
And it's where you gently need to tell people the truth.
And it's like... That struggle, the struggle of being like, you know, maybe you would be better in this field.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever tried this?
Right.
I think you would fit really well in this field of stuff.
Mm-hmm. I get it. And it's like there's a difference between somebody making a joyful noise and truly being talented.
Yeah. Yeah.
And everybody wanting to be a TikTok star. Do you want to be a TikTok star or do you want to end up being a meme? There's a difference. There's a difference.
Well, that's like Brittany Broski. She was a meme at first, and then like she actually built a whole career off of that.
Well, the thing is,
and then she became a TikTok star.
She was a comedian. There's a totally different thing in there.
Yeah, but she didn't start off as a comedian. Like in technicality, she's a comedian, but like she's one that can actually sing.
Right.
And so I don't think it was intentional for her to become a comedian, because when she made that kombucha meme, she was working at a bank.
Well, you know, but it's still, there's some people that are just geared towards that type of life.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that is true. They
comedian, whatever it is. And then there are people that it's like, oh, honey.
Yeah.
We all know how those people are. And you're trying not to be rude. You don't want to hurt somebody's feelings. You get into that toxic empathy loop.
Literally,
that a lot of us are trying to get out of.
It's like, oh yeah, you're great. You're great. Or seeing someone, like, looking at someone's drawing and then it looking like a 2-year-old drew it. And it's like, I love it. It's so good.
Well, and it's sitting there going, I see that you put forth a lot of effort in that.
Yeah.
And so you have to jump through hoops because everybody's so damn delicate. And there's people like me, those of us in Gen X, and it's just like, you did good. That's a good effort. Think of something else as a career path. Yeah.
Don't quit your day job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because sometimes you can encourage people on things that they are not good at. Then they go out there and they meet someone. What is his name? Simon Cowell.
Simon Cowell, or
oh
the
God, he's
American
just fucking
Idol
brutal.
judges.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
God.
But you also got to think, if you can't deal with people like him, you don't need to be in that industry.
That's true.
Because it is not kind and gentle.
No.
But with the audiobooks and stuff, now I do know that with the creepypastas, these are people that they want these made into internet stories.
Mm-hmm.
That there's a whole community with them.
Yeah.
So they don't have to worry about copyright, this and that and the other. And to write a story that Mr. Creepypasta reads, oh my goodness, that would be just amazing.
Right. Right.
But he would do a really good job with the Michael Heiser stories, which has to do with government intrigue, conspiracies, aliens, all kinds of things, interdimensional beings, demons. Yeah, it's a good story, and it deserves to have good narration.
Mm-hmm. I still have not finished that one podcast that the astrophysicist dude did.
Oh, that's yeah. It'll hurt you if you've. I was talking to your brother about that. I told him what I had said on the cup of coffee the previous morning. I said I felt like a kindergartner had been dropped into a PhD level physics class. His response was, well, you do realize that dude has a lot of good points, but he gets a lot of things wrong. And the thing is, oldest kid honestly knows the difference. And I'm like, oh God. He did. He yeah.
What did he get wrong?
I don't know.
Brother able to like?
Yes, he understands which parts that he's got incorrect because big brain. Yeah.
He got fucking Asperger's. He got some sort of autism.
He's big brain.
That's the only way he's
big
able
brain.
to understand this shit.
He's big brain.
He is big brain. Motherfucker.
Oh, God. But it just, it does what I was thinking that maybe he could do a voiceover or do the narration of the Heiser book.
You bastard.
And it's one of those that he said he's not comfortable with it. And I can see that he has problems with the sound of his own voice. And he has a very nice voice.
What's wrong with his voice? His voice is perfect for...
It is. It would be. I think a lot of it has to do with him just needing some encouragement and maybe starting out with shorter, rather than saying, here's a novel, do a cold read on this, which it would have to do.
You should be like, hey, have you heard your brother?
But I think, if we could encourage him to do some readings and maybe he would let us share them here on our cup of coffee, that sort of encourage him into that.
I think he would do really damn well on it.
I think he would too. I think there's a lot of people that are talented. And it's just like our Josie's Jazzy Junk over on YouTube. I'm encouraging her. We have listeners that have such vast life experience and different knowledge. Mm-hmm. Make a video. You can do like we do, to where you don't have to show your face.
Yeah.
Just don't let that be lost. Make a video talking about whatever.
Yes.
So, Josie, I'm encouraging you very much.
Do it.
Yeah. Anybody else? I love the fact that Esperanza's picking up some more with her little quick reads and stuff like that. I think she calls them quick hits or whatever, and her link's in the description box. Uh-huh. The little fast tarot, and it's just like the astro weather. It's like, okay, this is going on today. This is the frequency. This is the vibration. Do this, don't do that.
It's like, okay, I
Put
get
the
it.
fries in the bag.
It's like, oh, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Yep. And you just roll with it.
And what I will do, I sort of like bounce. It's like as some of these people are talking, I get the impressions and the understandings and knowings that I get, which I share with you all, or I will put them in the comments of whoever's, video sometimes. Mm-hmm. It's like, this is what and it's how the sharing of knowledge.
Yeah.
And it helps people blossom. Mm-hmm. Sharing of talent helps people blossom. Being honest with somebody, temper it with love. To sit there and go, yes, honey, I understand that you want to be on Broadway, but let's see of the different jobs on Broadway.
Pamela Anderson was on Broadway.
Oh,
you
God.
Heard that?
No.
It was bad.
People shouldn't. I mean, honestly, it would be better to have somebody tell them the truth than to allow them to go out there and embarrass themselves.
Yeah. Seriously, do not let them make a fool of themselves.
Yeah, because that's going to be harder in the long run.
Spare them that embarrassment.
Yeah. And of course, everybody's having the paranormal and supernatural. That includes you. You signed up. You bought a ticket to ride.
We're all experiencing it, whether we want to or not.
Really, every day. You want to tell them where we can be found?
You can find us on BitChute, Rumble, and YouTube at Rolanda's Cup of Coffee with Scream. Also, check her out on X, previously known as Twitter, at RolandaCOCWS.
It was very quiet over there today because I think it was, in and out of napping all day.
No, it's just there's some days that it is quiet on the internet.
I think everybody. It's
sort of quieter.
It is a wonderful gauge and or barometer for the collective consciousness.
Yeah, and then you got a bunch of bots chatting amongst themselves, no matter what time of day it is.
I mean, worry about the bots. So know that you are loved. Treat other people the way you would like to be treated, and Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cup.
Yep.
Bye.